All right, let's go straight to the point. We are starting Outlier Masterclass again today. This is the second batch, and on this class, I want this one to be a little different from the previous cohorts because following this one, I want to go straight to the point, and which means the learning videos might be longer than what the previous class got, and also, this will be not only succinct, but we are simply going to capture the fundamentals. So, as you watch, as you revisit these videos, if you have any questions, you can always come back and get the clarification you need. Okay. My name is Honor Caleb, and I'm a software developer from Swasmi Digital. At Swasmi Digital, we offer innovative tech solutions. All right, whatever tech solution you want to build, whether you want to build mobile apps or applications or websites or web apps of any kind, or even custom software solutions. That is the solutions that are not existing yet, but you know what you want. You can always come to us and we can actualize that your dream. So, bootcamp happens to be one of our core specialties. We offer bootcamp on both tech and non-tech courses, and today we are on Outlier AI bootcamp. All right, I will try as much as I can to be fast with everything, but then while you are learning, while you are watching, you can always pause, write some things down, and make sure you get everything you need to get. Outlier AI actually brought us to this class, so we are going to start with that. Before we talk about Outlier, I want you to know that if you have trained on AI, yes, if you have done any course on AI, you wouldn't need to train specially to work with Outlier. You don't need that. The reason you are having this training is because 99% of you people have no knowledge of AI and how to use it. And let me tell you at this point, this is the if you want to have a future proof, okay, that's if you are, in fact, everyone should learn it. Everyone should learn it. AI is being proliferated, and you must learn how you communicate because whether you like it or not, I used to be one of those people who think AI can't do much in replacement. But with recent developments, I am inclined to acquiesce that that statement was wrong. In fact, AI can almost do everything now, especially when we get to that second phase where we will no longer be talking about generative AI, but this time agentic AI. That time it will be more than disturbing. I don't think a lot of people are seeing what is going on. So, what does Outlier actually want? Outlier is just like any other AI agency that is training their models using human input. That means that it is not only Outlier that has job for you, and we are going to discuss that too, maybe in the following classes. There are other platforms too. There are other AI agencies, AI companies training their various AI models with using human input. What do I mean by human input? You know, in the as it concerns computing, input simply means your way of interacting with the computer. Do you understand? The way you interact with computer, it could be through maybe text message, something like a prompt. Yes, generally we call all that a prompt. It can be maybe any input, as in your communication with the computer is simply an input. Your set of instructions that you want to actualize with the computer. That's what it is. So these companies are training their various AI models with a use or simply using human input, and that's what this is actually why you have the job. This is actually why the job is available for you. Now, I'm going to go straight, or we are going to be so quick because I don't want you to have a long video. I want it to be really snappy. Okay, the first thing I'm going to explain to you, like I said, it is not only Outlier that has jobs for you. There are other platforms like Handshake AI and a lot of other ones I will mention in this video. All right. Now, as a Nigerian, or if you're in Nigeria, you need to know that you are regionally restricted from some of these platforms. It is not your fault. Okay, let's not talk about that now. So, if you go to this place, you'll see that as for me right now, I'm using a VPN. That's for me to be able to show you these pages. It doesn't mean I'm advising you to use VPN to create Outlier accounts. No, it will not work. Oh. There is only a level to what you can do with VPN or any proxy server. I'm using Windscribe right now because I want to show you certain pages that ordinarily the application will not let me get past. Do you understand? So this is the simple reason I'm using this Windscribe VPN to show you those pages, not like I will complete this. All right, so the do's and the don'ts is number one. I've already said it. Don't use VPN, don't use a proxy server. Do you know why? This platform is very sensitive, just like other ones too. The moment they notice that you're not real, the account will be banned, it will be closed. Okay, so make sure you don't use a VPN or proxy. Another reason you shouldn't do that is because at some point it will require facial verification. Now, how do you do that if you are not in eligible country? Apart from that, you also have to submit such information as the ID or driving license. Do you understand me? So this, if there is contradictions in these things, you will lose your Outlier account. A lot of people have been coming to me, even on TikTok, asking me why is my account banned. In fact, as I'm talking to you, I have various screenshots of them. Why is my account like this? Why is this happening to me? And why is this happening to me? I'm explaining it now. This is the do's and the don'ts, the things to do on Outlier. This video might take, it might be two videos after all, because I don't think everything will fit in just one of these videos. Okay, I don't like very lengthy videos. So let's continue anyway. The number one thing you don't do is that don't use VPN, don't use any proxy server. The reason being that at some point you will require facial verification. Also, at some point you will need to submit ID, a means of identification. It can also be a driving license. So, if there is any contradiction with your information, inconsistencies with countries, and this kind of stuff, you will simply lose the account. That's how Outlier behaves. So, don't use VPN, don't use any proxy server. Having established that fact, the next thing I will tell you is create accounts as a generalist unless you are very sure. Please get your notes and be writing these things down. Unless you are, I don't know, no matter how intelligent, I'm sure you will forget some stuff. So, if you can note down some points, it will be very beneficial. Create account as a generalist. See what this means. This as a generalist, okay? This as a specialist. You can be a specialist, you can be a generalist. It's better as a generalist because you will have, in fact, as simple as it is, the category you choose here determines the kind of task Outlier will bring your way. Do you understand me? One reason I advise you to choose a generalist is because as a generalist, it will not be professional questions, and most times you can answer those questions, usual questions. Do you understand? So, but if you're a professional who you know what you're doing, you understand, you have a level of proficiency in your field. Like if I'm in America or any eligible country right now, I think I will choose coding. Yes, that way I can choose a full stack software engineer for AI training. This actually serves me well because that's my profession and I can comfortably deal with whatever challenges that comes from this. Do you understand? Okay. So, but for you, if you don't have a profession yet, or maybe your profession is not listed here, I think you should create account as a generalist. This is number two tip I'm giving you now. I remember if you're accessing this from Nigeria without a VPN, you won't get past this level. I will continue that talk as we progress. Let's continue. The next thing I will show you is when the account is finally created. When the account is finally created, let me, for instance, I want to say these are saying United USA and the UK, and you simply apply. There is no much thing to learn here, if not these theories, the do's and the don'ts, and how to navigate. If you can create a Facebook account, you can create an account with Outlier. It doesn't require any technicality, as long as you can read and understand. So I'm not going to waste so much time or spend so much time rather talking about how these things, how you can create an account because it's not difficult. I've only shown you you can create as a professional, you can also create as a generalist. And that's number two tip I'm giving you. And you can continue. If you scroll down, you can read some other information. You see, say you're applying for full stack, Okay, right? So I don't want to continue this creation. Do you understand? Because at some point I think I'll use my profile. So let me not contaminate it with fake details for now. So, but this is exactly how it works. You can continue with Google and you continue your account creation. That is the sign up process. At some point, you will submit your CV. At some point, you will submit your ID. At some point, you will submit your you have a facial recognition. It is just that simple. So far, we have walked through three people recently in creating accounts. This is the next phase of this training now. Pay attention. I know you might ask me, how did we do it? In fact, we are going to create more. Okay. The account creation service, I've been offering that person by person. Yes, because we can't actually have that in let's say a group chat or something. Is an assistance I offer individually to make sure every step of the way is understood and observed. Okay, but it's just as simple as what I'm showing you. Now, the next thing you need to know, because that's another question a lot of people have asked me. Okay, I have a relative out there who have created these accounts for me and everything has been successful. How do I remotely do the job? And this is another area to pay attention to if you don't want your Outlier account banned or if you don't want to have difficulties. So you need to pay attention also to this part very well. Now I'm minimizing my screen and let me look for this app without even wow, okay. Thought I downloaded it. I thought I did. Okay, look at this app, and it's very easy to use. Very easy to use. And what is it for? It is simply for remote desktop connection. Yes, it's simply for remote desktop connection. What does it do? What it simply does is it will help you to connect with somebody's computer. Do you understand? And after that connection, you'll be able to see their computer. You'll be able to just watch the steps you download according to your architecture. Now, this is EXE executable, and this for Ubuntu, this for Mac, Android, and just be careful what you want to download. And I'm going for the EXE. That's the executable file for Windows. And they also check out if you're using as in your system specifications. Bear that in mind because there are various versions. But wherever, what this Rust-based application simply does is to connect you. Like it can connect our both computers in a way that I will have access to your computer and I can be able to see whatever is going on, just like just like I'm sharing my screen with you right now. Okay, and look at the recent computers I connected with. Can you see that? Yes, I recently connected with these people. If I want to connect with you now, what I have to do is give you this number. Do you understand? Or sorry, give you this number so you can connect with this one that starts with 298. Now this is your own. When you have your own Rust desk, you can give me this number and I'll put it and I will connect with you. After connection, your system will appear here. It doesn't take any other technicality. It's very simple, very easy to use. Do you understand? Now, when you connect with Rust Desk, you'll be able to access your client's computer. It is just that simple. And when the connection is made, you can now come back and you are in Nigeria and you can comfortably sit down and be doing Outlier because you have connected with someone. What now happens is that other person, that's your colleague abroad, have to always keep their computer on. Are you following now? In fact, I think a lot of people have questions here. We can always, and I'm also very happy this is a video, so you can always come back to it and understand certain things you may have missed. So, with this Rust days, I will connect with your computer, with my client's computer, and after the connection is established, I will simply click on the browser, the tab in their browser. That is their own browser now. And when that is done, I will simply continue to do whatever I want to do. But then this step is done after verification is done, after account details, yes, even that is submitted, the means of identification and everything. After every other thing is sorted out, this is when you put your Rust desk. Mind you, I said, you know, I mentioned it before. A lot of people keep asking, why is my account getting banned? Why is my account having issues? Some of them can't even continue tasking. One of the reasons is because you misused maybe this application or whatever remote desktop app you are using. You misused it. The connection wasn't secure enough before you continued task from your client's computer. Or normally, what you should do is that each morning you want to work with your client, what they should do first and foremost is set up their computer, launch Outlier. Okay, if they're using Multimango and the Hub staff, they launch all these things. When launched, now they can put Rust Desk to connect you, and when you connect, you can now start from where they stopped. Does it make sense to you? If you connect with Rust Desk first and start doing no, don't. Let them set up their system first, and while the setup is complete, Rust Desk should be the last application to be launched. And once it's launched, everything is cool. You can now stay here and start doing the task. This is how the connection is done. I don't know if it is possible to go through this video, as in go through these key points again. All right, but then I will try. First and foremost, we have explained what Outlier is. Outlier is simply an AI agency that is training her AI models using human input. Do you understand? And it's not only Outlier out there, there are a lot of them right now. The only problem is that most of them regionally restrict Nigeria and many other African countries, not just us. Okay? So, the job you are coming to do on Outlier is how to train. You are the one to train AI now using your human input. And that's the next video, that's the next class we will have. But right now, what we are discussing is a Outlier, how to use the does, the don'ts. On the next class, we talk about the task and how to do them. Do you understand? All right, so go through this video again. And on the does and the don'ts, we said you don't use VPN or proxy server because that will disqualify you. There's no way you can maneuver that. And even the assessment requires a video assessment. So in fact, don't play around it using VPN or proxy server, it won't work. Then you have the accounts. Why creating the account? That's for those of you that have not created. Create as a generalist. It's more profitable that way. And if you are looking forward to creating with your uncle, your relative abroad, and you need my assistance, that's cool. We can help you complete that. All right. So you create as a generalist is better unless you are very proficient in your field and you can go as a specialist. So that's by the way. And another thing we mentioned is how okay now on Rust Desk how you can use Rust Desk or any other desktop connection application to remotely connect with your with your client out there so you can get it all done and sorted out. All right, so this is about Outlier. No much difficult there. Okay, no much difficult there. This is about Outlier. You create your account and everything is fine. All right, so I will go to the next video. Go through this again and let's have your questions. Let's attend to them. Thank you very much and God bless you.